In this module, you are going to learn how to create a Google Doc straight from your Google Drive. So after you have opened your drive, the first thing you want to do is go over to this side and you'll click on the New. You'll get several options. We are obviously going to select Doc for this one. It will open up a new tab and you will get a screen that looks just like this. You can see that right now it's an untitled doc, and just like in a Word programming that is downloaded onto your computer, you have File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools, Tables, Add-ons, and a Help. Here is your Functions screen, where you can change the style of your text, the font, the size. You can make it bold, italics, underline, change the color, add in a hyperlink. You can align your text differently. You can change the line spacing, add in numbered list, bullets. So what we're going to do is play around with this just a little bit and show you how to work it. So say I needed to add in a header or a footer. I'm going to click to add in a header to my page, and I'm going to just put my name as the header for this. And maybe I'm going to actually make a worksheet, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put student name and give the students a place to write their name as well. And you can play around with it to get it to look exactly like you like. Alright, so we're making a worksheet. So first I want to give my worksheet a title. So I'm going to center it. I can change the font so you can scroll through and decide on a font you like. So I want this one to be nice and bold. I'm going to make it larger. And say I'm going to make a worksheet about nonfiction text features. Okay. So after I created my title, maybe I want to go back and underline it. I'll just highlight and I can click underline. I could also change the color of that font if I wanted to, and I can make it red. Alright, so this looks and feels very similar to a Word programming tool. Notice this right here is the most important thing. All changes are saved in your drive. So automatically you don't have to do anything as you type or insert pictures or words, then they are already automatically inserted, saving into your drive. So you can see it said saving again up there. Alright, so say I wanted to insert a shape. I'm going to go to insert here, and I have several things that I can choose from. I want a shape, so I'm going to hit drawing. This part is just slightly different from Word because you get different options that you can add in here. I'm going to try to make a flow chart for my nonfiction text features. So I'm going to insert a circle. First you draw it into the drawing place. You decide if you like it. Maybe I want my circle to be transparent, but I want the line to be black and I want it to be kind of thick. So then you save, close, and your shape is inserted directly into your Word programming, and you can click on it and you'll get the choice to either wrap the text or break the text, or it automatically is in line with the text. I'm gonna want mine to wrap text so that I can move it pretty freely wherever I'd like. So you can make your own choices there. Alright, and say that I wanted to also insert a text box. So I would do the same thing. I would go to drawing. And then if you notice here, you get the option for text box. So I'm going to insert a text box with directions. And for this worksheet, I want my students to read the book and pick out different nonfiction text features. Add them to the graph below. So I'm going to save that. Obviously, I don't want my directions at the bottom, so I'm going to have that wrap text as well. And you can kind of drag it where you want it. So I can put it right underneath my title there. And see up here, so I didn't like that. I can undo it and I can try again where I don't move my text, just like that. So you can play around with it kind of like you like it. To insert an image, you do the same thing. You would go to File, Insert Image. To insert a link, say I wanted to link it to a website, you would just hit Insert Link, and you would copy and paste your website in there. Maybe you wanted to add columns. You're making a newsletter or something like that. Here are some columns that you can add 2 or 3. And then it does automatically check spelling for you, but if you want to highlight it and check the spelling, you can do that as well. The cool thing about Google Drive is, say that you want to explore a word or define a word. It will automatically do it for you if you hit Explore. So here I had nonfiction kind of highlighted, and you can see from the web it pulls up different things about nonfiction, and there's related images, so I could automatically be like, oh, I want to have this picture, and I just drag it in, which is really cool and makes it very handy when using your Drive. Say there's a word on there that you don't know, you can do the same thing with tools and define. So say I didn't know what nonfiction was, you can search for it and it will find it for you directly on the web, which is nice. So after you're done completing your doc, then you're like, oh, well, where did it go? What I would do right here is I would rename it. It automatically saves it as Untitled Doc, but then it'll pull in the first thing that you type. So if you like that, you can leave it. Or if you wanted to change it and just put nonfiction, then you could do that as well. So you can edit it. If you go back to your Drive, then it will be somewhere within the Drive. If you are like me, I have a million things in my Drive. If you notice, I have a lot of folders. So I can come over here and go to Recent, and oh, there it is. So I'd want to put this, I could move it to and add to my reading folder straight from here. So I would just find my folder that I want it to go in, reading, and press move. And that would help keep everything nice and neat and organized, which is important for you as a teacher. So I hope you play around with Drive. It's very similar to Word Processor. If you are familiar with Word Processor, then you should be able to do Drive, be able to do docs very, very easy. So go ahead and try to make your own.